Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at Pangoro yet again. This time we're going to be running it with Bullet Punch for a few battles. We're going to see when we do TM it away because it was making me lose matchups. I wasn't able to charge as fast compared to Snarl. And I have a few things that I want to go over regarding Pangoro, which may help you have a decision on whether you want to power one up and invest in this or not. And unfortunately, Pangoro is an amazing Pokemon and it can pull off some really cool wins, as we're going to see in this video, but all in all, it's just not making the cut. There's going to be better options, unfortunately, but that's not going to say it's horrible. It's just going to be very tricky to play and very situational for it. Other than that, let's see what we have going on here. We're going to be pairing it up with the Alolan Ninetales and Talonflame again, but also bringing in Empoleon, making us very vulnerable in week 2 fighting. Fortunately for us, we didn't really run into too many fighters. Well, fighting types, we ran into a ton of Obstagoons, but that's okay. We can maneuver around that situation. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. If you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And like usual, you know what it is. It's free. So here we go. We're going to be able to take down that Talonflame with the Ninetales, surviving with 1 HP. In comes the Articuno. This is a shieldless battle. What do we have going on here? We're going to be able to hit it with neutral damage with the close combat. So they're taking our attack down, and I was afraid they were going to hit another one, so I just go for the close combat right now. And we're just going to go ahead and hit that Night Slash. This is going to be enough for us to take the win. Pangoro looking good, but like I've said in the beginning, there's going to be quite a few Pokemon that can almost play its position. It is very unique in its typing, I suppose, but also very vulnerable, all right? It's going to be great up against those Giratinas, but even that situation I found is not going to be the best for you because Dragon Claw, it's still doing a lot of damage. Pangoro is very squishy. So anyways, up against an Empoleon here. So speaking of Empoleon, we'll be putting that on the team in a little bit. We'll take off the Alolan Ninetales. Like I said, it's going to leave us very vulnerable to fighting, but we'll have to just figure it out. Decided I just wanted to do that. So I want to talk about, before, I know I always say, let's get into the commentary, then I start talking about something else, but I really want to let you guys know, seeing that we have a pretty decently lengthy video, we'll get into that commentary here in a bit. But do you want to personally invest in this? I mean, if you did a bunch of raids, you've already have your mind set on making one, in which case, perfect. But if you're thinking about investing rare candies or whatever you have to do to get it, do you really want to? Well, I say you want that dex entry for sure, but do you want to continuously use it? If you have reached the rank that you want to and you're content with where you stand in Go Battle League and want to have a little fun, by all means, have a blast. Otherwise, use it with extreme caution. Now, what I found with my lower attack one is I keep coming short, barely taking out Pokemon with close combat or with the Night Slash. It's just barely there, and then they finish me off. So I think you could go with the lower attack and higher defense and stamina, in which you're going to have to trade with somebody to get those in the first place, because they're going to be hatching out of eggs when that does happen, and then they were in the raid, so those IVs are not going to be just naturally low. So if you're looking for a high-ranked defensive Pangoro, then definitely want lower attack. But like I said, I'm probably going to be investing in one with higher attack, so one that I already have, to just give me that little bit of an extra bit of power to just take them out when they survive with just a few HP. It's so frustrating when it does happen, and we will be taking a look at those incidences when they do rise here. So as we do come across these examples, I will point it out as well as you seeing it. So now let's go ahead and get into the commentary. Taking out that Giratina, both of us still holding on to both of our shields, and my Pangoro and Talonflame are still very healthy. In comes their Ninetales with Charm, so this is just perfect that we're going to be able to get the Charmer out here, so we can just go in with our Talonflame. If they retreat, we'll do the same, and they have a Swampert back there, so in comes Pangoro. There is no other way. So that is a Shadow. It's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. We're already squishy. You know, it's so unfortunate that Pangoro just takes so much damage, right? And if you have never played the main series games, I mean, this thing is, you know, pretty okay, I guess, I suppose. But a lot of Pokemon get a bad rep in Pokemon Go because of their typing and the way the battle system works. It's just completely against them. Unfortunately, while others just get to reap the rewards like Swampert over here, that just gets to spam Hydro Cannon at a stupid rate. Anyways, they're taking us down, and basically what we wanted to do with the Pangoro there was just have them, just wither them down a bit, and we can come in here with our Talonflame and take control hopefully after this. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Flame Charge. We're of course going to be getting a shield, and we're getting to another one before they can get to their charge, so this is perfect. No more shields. Talonflame is going to go ahead and take control here, and Ninetales comes in. We're going to be able to survive this Weather Ball no problem, and then just farm them down if they don't just back out. All right, they're just going to take the loss. Very nice. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent here. And we're going to be met with a Obstagoon. So we're going to be leading with Talonflame for a while. I think we're going to be leading Talonflame for the whole video. We'll just be switching out that Empoleon here in a bit. So this is a comfortable matchup. We're definitely not going to be shielding out that Night Slash, of course. Just a little tip. You may want to not do that if you can take them comfortably. Just in case they get the boost on that one or the second one, which will make it stronger, and then that will KO you. So just hold on to those shields. So we're looking okay, seeing that the counter is going to be resisted. No boost, so they're not going to be able to start increasing their attack. And I think I may shield this up and farm them down. Oh yeah, beautiful. I was getting nervous that they might swap and take me out here before I'm able to actually get to my charge, in which case they would have locked themselves, and that would have been great. Bringing in a Talonflame, going for the Brave Bird, getting their last shield, instantly swapping into our Ninetales so we can start building up our energy because of that Talonflame. I mean, it wasn't going to farm a whole bunch on mine, right? We were very low. Just want to get ahead of the game here, so going to go ahead and throw that Weather Ball. They haven't swapped yet, which may be an indication that there's something back there weak to the Ninetales. So let's go ahead and see if we can take this thing out here. All right, I don't know why I said that. I guess I wasn't paying attention to the energy they did have. Down we go, which is going to be leaving us with a bit of farm. So we're going to bring in Pangoro. I was thinking, you know, they're going to hit that Brave Bird possibly. So they swap into Cresselia. So look at this. So the Talonflame potentially does have a charge move ready to go. I don't think we're going to win this here. And look at it. It's pretty sad, I guess. And they're going to hit us with a Moonblast. It's just completely over there. All right, good game. You can't win them all. On to our next opponent. It is going to be another Obstagoon. Let's go. I love to see this thing. Soon we're going to be seeing those bright color shinies when we do get that in the game. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun to hunt those, I suppose. And we're just going to go for the Flame Charge. Now, we could go for Brave Bird, I suppose, which would have bring them very low, but they're going to be swapping here, which is okay. We're going to go ahead and bring in our own Empoleon. Looks like we have swapped it, but we're still running with Bullet Punch on the Pangoro. Now, why would I run that? I haven't even explained that, right? It's because in case we ran into a situation where we had to go up against a Charmer, we're going to just completely melt within a second. But before we do go down, at least we're going to be able to do some sort of super effective damage to them. And I really wanted to see, but we were never able to actually test it out. Go figure. So anyways, in comes the Obstagoon, going to be able to counter us down here. So Pangoro, weak to fighting. Don't really want to go in there. We could go with the close combat. It's going to take a minute to charge up. They're going to bring us down pretty low on our health with that counter. So we're just going to bring in the Talonflame. But what I'm thinking in the back of my mind is, well, if they have a Charmer back there, I better preserve that. So we're going to go ahead and retreat. And I think let this go through a Night Slash. So that's going to be very much so resisted because of the fighting and the dark type on our Pangoro. So that's pretty nice. If you do have a ghost, it's going to be able to protect them from the dark type aspect, I guess. Otherwise, it's going to be going down quick. And we're able to farm them down. Great. And they have a Mewtwo, Armor Mewtwo. Pangoro, it's your time to shine, buddy. Let's see what you can do. Getting a nice resistance from the Psychic, or the Confusion, Psychic typing. And we're going to be able to take them out, doing a lot of damage to the Mewtwo, surprising me. Pangoro taking the win for us at the end, looking good with a decently spammy charge move with Stab. Next battle, we're met with another Obstagoon. Let's go. Let's see what we can do here. So we have to take this thing out. It does not, our bag Pokemon do not want to see it whatsoever. Empoleon will cross-chop and counter. It's going to hurt it a lot. Same with the Pangoro, right? So hold the line, Talonflame here. I do believe we're going to still, we may shield. All right, no, not shielding, because we're still comfortable here. And our Incinerates are really starting to add up, seeing that we are raising our attack here. We may play this the same way, shield this up and then farm them down. Yeah, we're going to, yeah, let's go. Let's play this Obstagoon game if you want to keep doing that. Sounds good. So we're going to go ahead and hit that Brave Bird instantly. It's going to be a Charizard. Of course they're going to shield. They know we're going Brave Bird here. Yeah, and we're just going to let them take us down. Of course, no need to lock ourselves. Bring in the Empoleon and simply farm down and shield this up. It is going to be a blast burn, and they're not going to be able to get to another one. They may want to swap here. Nope, looks like they're going to stay. We're going to farm all the way down, have a bunch of energy, shieldless, and it is going to be a Glade. So this is a pretty funny situation where I wanted the Pangoro to see some action. I'm like, come on, man, this thing isn't doing anything back here. I mean, this thing is doing nothing. So I don't hit all the bubbles and I swap. I'm like, yeah, Pangoro, get a piece of the action. Let's go. Bullet punch down the Glade. Oh boy, this thing is really struggling. So we have the Togekiss in the front. Great. They're swapping into a Talonflame. We're going to go ahead and instantly swap into our Empoleon here. And we will be letting the first one go through. They're going hurt. Okay, so that's all right. If you're thinking, why would somebody run Hurricane? Before you judge, it's actually not a horrible idea. I mean, they can hit that, stab flying type move, which is doing a decent amount of damage to a lot of things. And also, they're not going to be getting the debuff, so there is, a bit of that going on there. So pretty interesting. Coming back in here with the Togekiss. Wonder what's in the back. Could it be a Charmuser? Could it be a Charmuser in the back? So we're bringing that thing down pretty low, bringing in the Talonflame here. As much as I wanted to farm them down, that was not going to be the case. They would have hit that Ancient Power or something, and they have a Abomasnow in the back, and that's going to be a GG. So now we're going to go ahead and take off that Bullet Punch. Took me a while to get rid of it. I really wanted to encounter a Fairy type or have some sort of situation. I wasn't just going to throw it into a Fairy where I was locked or something like that. It was making me lose more than anything, so I said the heck with Bullet Punch. All right, anyways, back into this commentary here. They're going to be swapping into their Giratina. All right, so we're locked in here with our Empoleon. That's all we're going to be able to do is just throw those Drill Pecks until we can come back in here with the Pangoro. So obviously we're not going to be shielding up anything here, and we're just going to go ahead and let them take us out. They just keep going with the Dragon Claw. I'm thinking that they have Dragon Claw and Ancient Power for possibly the Talonflames, because that's actually going to be doing quite a bit of damage to them, although Ancient Power is not too good of a move. Can get the boost though. Going for another Dragon Claw. We're still surviving. Not able to get that off, although we reach it, so that's a little unfortunate. Going in here with the Pangoro, and I get a bit ambitious here. And check this out. Look at these Dragon Claws. I guess that's, okay. But that's Giratina. It doesn't have the most attack. Pangoro looks like some big, buff, bulky thing that can just take a hit. Stop a truck, really. But it really can't. It can't take a hit at all. It's very squishy. Man, oh man, it's very unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and swap after getting off that charge move there. They're bringing in the Empoleon, and it's time to start hitting these flame charges. Now I have to start calculating this. Folks, I do believe this is going to be one crazy battle, and you know who's going to pull it off? The Panda Boy. Let's go. All right, finally, time to shine. All right, let's go ahead and hit this close combat, taking them out. They let it go through because they're thinking, I'm just going to go in here and farm down with my Talonflame. We're in easy street. Oh. They go for the Flame Charge. We go for the Night Slash. If we get the boost, if we get close combat time, let's go. It's not very effective, but Pangoro, it can hit hard after this boost. Booyah! Taking the win with this thing finally. And that wasn't like, oh, it did something there. No, that was a pretty clean win at the end. Let's get it. Pangoro. Next battle, we're met with a Cresselia. We love to see that one. They're going to be swapping into their Obstagoon, and oddly enough, we're going to go ahead and throw in our Pangoro. I was like, you know what? We can build up to 2 of these close combats. If we get 1 through, that's a GG big time. So if they want to use 2 shields, okay, because I am. I was sick and tired. I was like, I want this thing to do something. It just keeps sitting in the back and barely does anything. So expecting them to bring back into this Cresselia, its death is inevitable. But before it goes down, it is going to be able to spam these charge moves. Let's go. Doing some super effective damage, but really... and I swap in here to maybe catch a Moonblast. Let's see. Even better, a Grass Knot. Okay. They even know. They're like, I don't even need to hit you with Moonblast. I can hit you with a little grass. The very thing you eat, you panda, and I'll still take you out because it's just so squishy. In comes the Shadow Gyarados, and what are we going to do here, folks? Oh, well, nothing much except for go down and not hit our charge move. You gotta love all that stuff. Were we at the charge? I wasn't paying attention. Just talking too much. Anyways, bringing in the Pangoro just to absorb this here. I figured I was gonna lose, but might as well stay in here and try to make something of it. So let's go ahead and go. Actually, technically, we were gonna maybe win, but now we're gonna lose for sure because they caught that Drill Peck, in which the Hydro Cannon was gonna do a lot more damage. potentially to the Cresselia, but more damage with the Drill Peck to the Gyarados. So them catching right there was a very brilliant, I gotta say, very nice. Well done. And simply going to come back in here and hit me with a Crunch or even an Aqua Tail. It is a Shadow, by the way. Or an Outrage. Okay, yep. Okay. I see you over there. Okay, All right, on to our next opponent. We're met, with a bad lead here, Giratina. And what do we do? Because if we swap into Pangoro, they're going to probably bring in a Charm User. So our best bet is to just go full on Brave Bird. Let's get it. Like over and over again. And we're going to double shield this thing. Yep, it's pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever done anything like this. So obviously shielding us up like we said. And we are going to make sure we win this matchup here. We have the Empoleon to handle the Charm User. That is the biggest threat. A Fighter is something to be worried about, obviously, when the Talonflame goes down because both of the things are weak. But we're going to be able to hit hard. And there's that Fighter we were talking about. So how are we going to play around this? Well, bring that thing as low as possible before we go down. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. We have no shield, so I'm going to obviously take us out here. And we will be bringing in the Talonflame for sure. They're going to hit us with the Leaf Blade. I was thinking, please, I dare you to go Leaf Blade. Because I think we can survive it. Please. Oh my gosh, the counter takes us out. Come on. Oh my goodness. So we're going to get to this Night Slash here, which is going to take them out. But what's in the back? Oh boy, let's see. It is going to have to be very specific for us to win. It is a Melmetal. Okay, here's what I was talking about. Here's the example. If we had, say, 12 or 15 in attack, we would have taken them out. But we ran into that. Now, there's a few battles that I haven't shown in which this situation occurred, not just with the Melmetal, but with other Pokemon where the Pangoro was going to pretty much one-shot it, but its attack is too low and it's not able to do it, and that is because, well, we have low IVs. So just a little heads up, if you're trying to completely annihilate somebody with the Pangoro and one-shot them, you may want a little bit more attack. Or if you get the boost, obviously, that's going to be an option too if your odds are in your favor. Anyways, we got Talonflame versus Talonflame up against another legend. So we're going to be able to get that through, and we're just going to keep going with these here. Shielding up their Brave Bird correctly, and now they're going to go ahead and shield up our charge move, the Fire one, because, well, they're low enough too, because that would have taken them out. Going for another Brave Bird, and now we're going to be able to easily farm them down with that lower defense, and we are juiced up here, but without any shields. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Flame Charge yet again. And they're letting it go through. Very nice. And since we haven't went for any Brave Birds, our defense hasn't dropped, so this is not too much of a threat here. Night Slash, we know, was not going to do too much, while the counters are also resisted, so we're just going to keep on vamping this thing up here. Don't really want the Pokemon in the back to see this, so we just throw in, I'm sorry, big boy, we throw in the Pangoro here to just absorb everything. See, I mean, it's come down to this. Like, this thing is like where, if you're in a situation, you're like, just throw Pangoro into it. Just use it as like that meat shield. Just wither them down a bit, and then you'll figure it out with your two good Pokemon. So yeah, it hurts so much to say that because I'm a Pangoro fan. I love this thing, but eesh, it's really hard to use. So anyways, they're bringing in the Cresselia, and we're getting off the Brave Bird, and they're going to be able to farm us down here. Bringing in the Empoleon, which is going to be a decent matchup against it. As you can see, Grass Knot is not really doing too much because of the steel typing. And go figure, most of the time they have Future Sight and Moonblast, but of course when I'm using my Empoleon, they have Grass Knot. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go another Hydro, take them out. In comes Obstagoon, and we take the win with the Empoleon. Alright, let's get it. On to our next opponent. What are we going to be met with? And it is going to be another Talonflame lead. Okay, let's do this mirror match thing. So honestly, it's really a toss-up in the air. You'd never know what's going to happen here. So we're shielding up a Flame Charge. That sucks. We're going for a Brave Bird this time around. We're everything opposite. Actually, let it go through. So beautiful. Instantly going to swap into our Empoleon. Take advantage of that situation. And they're going to be bringing in Venusaur. Now, this is perfectly fine. Who cares? Of course, we're going to be getting countered here. But the whole point was to take out that Talonflame while it had energy. So, bingo. Alright, so we're going to let this go down. You're going to see something absolutely insane. And no, this wasn't an accident. Anybody would come back in here with Talonflame, right? Nope, not me. You know why? Because there might be a Charm User in the back. And Pangoro, what he's going to do right here is basically just, like we've discussed before, kind of just really put a little damage onto the opponent. Make them use their energy. And then we'll be able to go in here just like this. Now, I don't know if this was a sludge bomb. I'm still going to shield. Yeah, so it didn't really do too much for me. But they do have an Articuno back there, so this is actually going to be perfect. Going to go ahead and hit that flame charge. This is going to be super effective damage, obviously, up against that ice type. We're able to get to another one. No more shields on their end. I'm going to say GG Articuno Shadow. Oh, Venusaur. That's right. And, yep, you know, taking the win. Looking good. On to our next opponent. What's it going to be? What is it going to be? It's a not. Wow, you couldn't have guessed that one. Another Obstagoon. They're swapping into a Dragon Breath Charizard. Oh boy, I'd love to see that one. Going to go ahead and bring in our Empoleon. And, you know, same old drill. We're going to shield up that Blast Burn, farm them down. Now, if they want to bait, they can go ahead and bait all they want. And they're bringing back that Obstagoon, of course, because, well, the counter's doing a ton of damage to our steel typing here. And we're going to be able to bombard them with those Hydro Cannons, which is going to kind of maybe put some pressure onto shielding. There it goes. And they can't farm us down. Not going to happen. So they're going to go ahead and throw that Cross Chop, and that still doesn't KO, but they're able to gain a little bit of farm before we do go down there. Bringing in the Talonflame, instantly swapping into theirs, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Pangoro. And again, I keep on saying we're just going to keep using this thing in situations where it's not really going to be helping too much, but it is going to be able to put on the damage to them and kind of put on the pressure here. There was nothing else I can do in this situation. Well, there is, but I figured, hey, let's go ahead and just throw the Pangoro at it again. So here we are. They can't farm us because they know we're going to be able to charge fast, so they're throwing their energy here, which is great. We are with one shield, and they have one as well. I figured let's just go ahead and take them out before they get off some sort of Brave Bird. We can handle whatever's in the back, that Obstagoon, because it's not a threat right now. It doesn't have enough energy to get to a Hyper Beam, and if it did, we will shield it up, and it can't get to it twice. Nothing's going to take us out that it has. Looking good. Talonflame pulling it off for us at the end. Let's get it, folks. On to our next one. It is going to be a Poliwrath. So this made me pretty nervous. One of those situations, again, where I'm thinking, okay, well, if there's a Charm User in the back and our Talonflame goes down, well, we're screwed. But everything in the back is also weak to this Poliwrath because of the fighting typing, and we're not going to really get too much of an advantage. We can hit him with the Drill Peck, super effective, no stab. So we're just going to stay in here with the Brave Bird. And they maybe thought we were going to bait, and we get it right through, bringing it amok. So we're in a great position now. Yeah, we're lowering our defense, but we still don't need to really worry about those quick moves. Because of our spammy charge moves, they're going to really have to throw a charge move here. Otherwise, you know, we will be able to get to another one, and that's not going to be good for them. But we're shielding it up. We're going Brave Bird. And what does that mean? That just means you hit Brave Bird over and over again without hitting Flame Charge. Anyways, bringing in the Pangoro here, and we're, you know, kind of at a time crunch. We need to get to this close combat before they hit that Sludge Wave. I think we're locked here. Yep, we had a tie. I just had the CMP winnings here, and there's that Sludge Wave, and they're swapping into a Melmetal. We're going to bring in our, oh boy, Empoleon, and, well, go ahead and hit me with that superpower. Okay, and in comes the Hydro Cannon. So they're going to be able to get to another one here. Not looking good. I'm just thinking, please, Pangoro is going to be able to survive. After they get off all these superpowers, well, their attack is dropped by 2 stages at this point. So yes, it's going to hurt us, but we're going to be able to farm down and then hit our charge move, right? All right, okay, taking it like a champ after 2 debuffs though. And in comes Muck, and we go for the overkill. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. I'll be catching you all in my next video. Take care, traders.